guys, this is Senae Destiny from City Schools TV on a web series we call The New School, coming at you guys live from my house during virtual learning. In this episode, we will focus on the arts for National Arts Education Week. Right now, I'm joined by Malachi Stevens, a senior from Baltimore School for the Arts from the dance department. How are you, Malachi?
I'm doing good. How are you?
That's good. I'm doing great. So, will you tell us what it's like being a dancer at BSA?
Oh, it's a very rigorous program. It's filled with a lot of fun and exciting challenges you have to deal with every day, just going through classes and just trying to better yourself through dancing.
Yeah, I feel that. That's how it feels being a musician at BSA. So, what inspires you to be a better dancer?
A lot of things, like my natural drive to pursue this as a career is always like pushing me to just keep going for it, even when I just don't feel like getting up in the morning. But a lot of other things inspire me to keep dancing. Other dancers that I watch that are just so breathtakingly beautiful around the world, like in Europe and in America, like there are just so many beautiful dancers I want to kind of be like and start the kind of drive that they started, that kind of drive for me to move. So I was like, I want to be like them so I could start the next generation's drive to move, because it's a really good release to perform and to dance for others and yourself.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, all right, now, viewers, let's take a look at some of Malachi's dancing.
It's all for the gain, it's all for the lovers trying to chase the rush again. It's all for the gain, it's all for the lovers trying to take the breath away. It's all for the gain, it's all for the lovers trying to chase the rush again. But I'm never gonna give
So, Malachi, that was really beautiful. One thing I really love about your dancing is how in the moment you seem while you're doing it. So, can you tell us something about the creative process while you're freestyling or choreographing a new dance?
Well, the way I tend to release my energy is through movement, and it's normally improvised. So it's like sporadic. I'm just coming up with the steps as I'm doing it. So like the way I think about it is whatever whatever the music is telling me to do and to breathe through, that's where my body naturally goes to. So I barely even have to think or move at all. It's just coming out so fluidly that it's very effortless. So what you just saw was me
Right.
basically just, going off into my own universe and exploring what I could take in.
So it's really amazing because you filmed that like during the pandemic, right?
Yes, I was at a studio
Yeah,
that
you
was,
did.
yeah.
So what's it been like dancing during the pandemic
Oh,
and like trying to continue your art?
it's been extremely difficult actually, because when you're constantly dancing every day, like at school, I dance every day. It was a big drop of movement and expression entirely, and I didn't know how to like regain that because I always moved around at my house constantly anyway. But now I lost the source of the education through movement, and that's where I was like, where do I find that again? I didn't see it. So, but then as time moved on, more classes started to go back online through Zoom. And it's been a very fun process to like challenge myself with learning through Zoom, because it's a process. Because sometimes the music is delayed. Like, I guess you would know because you're a musician, so like it's delayed. So
Yeah.
when teachers are trying to tell you about your musicality, it's a little difficult for them to really know what you're hearing from the other side of the computer.
And how has this quarantine affected the way you feel about auditioning with colleges?
I've always been very stressed over college and like just thinking about college, because it's very hard to keep your confidence level when, especially in this world with dancing, it's very hard to get discouraged. But when the pandemic started, I thought, oh goodness, so what am I gonna do now? Because like I lost the natural like education process of me staying in tune with my body. So I was like, oh no, what, like how am I gonna get back on my leg? So um and now I'm feeling a little bit more confident and more comfortable because I've started regaining my strength and my movement, and I've still been trying to dance and put my best foot forward for those type of auditions. And the auditions coming up, like a lot of them are going to be recorded. You're going to have to record a ballet bar or a modern combination or a solo and send it to the colleges for them to look over. And some colleges may take you in just off of that, or a couple of them also say there'll be a cut of how many people who will get in. And then like in the later months, they'll have like 40 to 50 people come in and audition. So yeah, it's just it's a very scary time, especially for my year, because you just never know what you're doing is correct all the time. And I'm hoping to get more mentorship through my teachers and stuff for this process, which they've actually been communicating very well. So I'm feeling very confident about the whole process.
I definitely feel that, like feeling so uneasy sometimes and going like back and forth with being an artist and trying to really find a comfortable footing within this time. And in general, college is just really uneasy.
Very.
So I really salute you on constantly trying and pushing forward and just doing your best in general. So I know you're going to do amazing with your auditions.
Thank you.
Um, so now, for why we're doing this National Arts Education Week, why do you think it's important to have things like National Arts Education Week?
Oh, it's so important because it's really the next generation of artists that drive the future of the whole world forward, because the artists are what inspires people to keep going through life and keep pushing through everyday struggles, because a good artist knows what it is like to struggle and knows what those feelings are, and so they put their best foot forward into finding ways to connect other people through a lens that helps them live their life, and helping younger people learn how to just move their bodies and see how fun it is to just run around or like jump and play. Like it's playful to dance. It's very playful. And just to learn about art in general, because there's so many things that are so special about art, and I love it so much because everything that comes with it about creating is just so fun to experiment and like take hold of. And being at such a young age, you don't have to worry about too many insecurities, so you could just freely enjoy drawing and dancing and singing without any care in the world, because you're just starting out, and it's like very beautiful in that way. So I think art education is very important in all schools.
I love that so much. You answered that perfectly because artists really are the ones who propel everything forward. They move the revolutions, they move every social like movement ever. Like they just, yeah, they just move everything forward and they're so progressive in that sense. And we really need them. And we need to make sure that we're just educating this generation and all the generations to come. So thank you so much for all your answers. They were really amazing. And I just appreciate you being here because I really love your art and I really love you as an artist and as a friend. So, yeah.
I love you too.
Okay. So that is all that we have for today. I appreciate you for taking the time to talk to me about the arts, especially during this time. Um, Thank you. And a huge thank you to all of our viewers for taking the time for the new school. Be sure to stay safe. This has been Senae Destiny for City Schools TV, coming at you guys from my screen to yours. See you next time.